Now, all remediation is not the same, right? So the goal is to remediate the most significant vulnerability, the most significant risk to your organization. And most of the time, we've been utilizing the MVD database, right? The MVD database has over 18,000 CVEs. Now, the CVE is a common vulnerability exposure, right? And these are exploitable vulnerabilities. Of the 18,000 CVEs out there, only 4% have been confirmed to have been exploited in the wild. And so the CISA database, CISA is the Cyber and Infrastructure Security Alliance by the US government. They went ahead and created a database known as KEV, Known Exploited Vulnerabilities. And this is to help you remediate effectively by focusing on what truly matters, right? So there's a number of ways we can help you prioritize which vulnerabilities you want to tackle first. One is with a bouncer alert. So when we discover a KEV within one of your technologies, we'll go ahead and showcase that with a bouncer alert. There's a new filter that you can apply to the issues list. So you can filter only based on active exploits. And there's a brand new indicator next to the issues themselves. And so let's go ahead and go to the technology field, for example. So here's a list of all the technology that was discovered on my attack surface. Okay. Now, some of the software and services in this list may be vulnerable because it's a vulnerable version or it's an obsolete version. And so they're going to be associated with CVEs. So I have a ton of CVEs here. And some consider high risk, some are considered medium risk, and some may be considered low risk. And so I can go, fix these issues one at a time or as a group, which is what we recommend, fixing the issues as a group. Or maybe I just want to focus first, which is the recommendation of the whole point of the CISA KEV database, and also our recommendation is to clear the noise, focus on the signal, which is the active exploit. And so this is a CVE that I want to tackle first because there's a known active exploit in the wild, right? This is confirmed to be actively exploited. And that's the whole point. It's the difference between being exploitable and exploited. So you're going to find that information here. So now we can tie KEVs to CVEs associated with software versions and service versions of what you're utilizing, whether it's JavaScript, whether it's a firewall software, a platform, or some of the other softwares running on like your web server or email server, et cetera. You're going to be able to find that information on the Issues tab located here under Active Exploit. So in this demo environment, I don't have any active exploits, but if I did, I can just click here, and now it has a filter just for the active exploits. And so now I can focus on remediating this first. Now, why is an active exploit more important than the CVE? Well, a CVE is going to have your traditional, CVSS, and so that's going to be the score that's going to be attributed to that CVE. And that's going to tell you whether it's a critical vulnerability, a medium vulnerability, a high risk vulnerability, a low vulnerability, for example. And yes, that does matter, but what matters most is the active exploits. And so regardless of what their severity rating is, you want to fix those first. And sometimes those active exploits can be associated with one CVE or multiple CVEs. And so that's the other point we want to get across. And for that reason, we brought this database in. We think it's going to help you prioritize the issues, help you remediate and fix your exposures, your risk much faster, all in one single pane of glass.